All right, so I'm back to talk about another hand from the team trials last month. This was a slam hand from the semifinals. You can see Warren's hand. He opened one club with that 13 count with a singleton diamond, and I responded to spade. Shan, as a past hand, overcalled one no trump. That showed both the unbid suits, and it's typically going to be 5-5. And because he could make a takeout double. He might be 6-4. He might have some distributional hand that wants to bid 1 no. I know that with my partner, I play that East 1 no trump bid as a passed hand only, shows exactly like 5-5 or more. And that's how I differentiate between which hands I would double and which hands I would bid 1 no. 1 no shows 5-5. All right, and so Warren decided with his 13 count that he would upgrade his hand. He had a singleton diamond. This is a great spot to apply dummy points. His hand is definitely worth more than a minimum response. He has 13 highs with a likely heart finesse winning from his perspective because his right-hand opponent showed hearts, and his singleton diamond looks like it's going to be a very useful singleton because East is out. East has lots of diamonds. I'm going to be able to rough my diamond losers in his hand. So he treated his hand like 16 and he jumped to 3 spades. And it went past. Now, we play a special system over this when we jump raise our partner's major. We play that the first step asks for shortness. So in this hand, I wanted to make a slam try with this hand. I had 14. My partner showed 16 to 18. I also had this club void, which bad that it's in partner suit, but if partner had a balanced 18 count, I'd be pretty happy about this club void. So I wanted to make a slam try. I felt like it would be pretty useful to me to find out if partner had a singleton diamond or a singleton heart. Singleton diamond was definitely going to be more useful because I know that there are diamonds sitting over me. So I decided to ask for the shortness. It went past, and we play the first step would show no shortness. The second step would show low shortness, and the third step would show high shortness because there's only 2 singletons that he could have. He's open clubs and he's bid spades. So 3-0 asked. He skipped 4 clubs, which would have said no shortness, so he told me he had a singleton diamond. So now that was like a pretty big piece of the puzzle for my south hand and my north hand, but I'm on the bottom. But I still needed a heart control. I could still envision a hand that has a singleton diamond if he had like the ace, king, queen, jack of clubs and the ace of spades. That's 14, and a singleton diamond. He definitely would have pursued. He would have jumped to 3 spades all the same with that hand. So I really needed to make sure he had a heart control. I can't ask for key cards because the response that I'm going to get is going to include the ace of clubs. And so if he showed me 2, I wouldn't know, is it the ace of clubs and the ace of hearts, or is it the ace of spades and the ace of hearts? And if he showed me 1, same deal. I wouldn't know he had whether it was the ace of clubs or one of the 2 aces that I really needed. So I couldn't go through key card. Instead, I had to make a control bid. So I bid 5 clubs, showing a control in clubs, hoping that he would now show me a heart control. He showed me a heart control, and I jumped to slam. And they led a diamond, which I was really happy to see. So now this is a hand that, from this perspective, you can stop and pause the video or just take a moment to think about it. I actually had a 100% cold line of play on this hand that I could not go down, and it's just important that I didn't take any chances with my contract. So at this point in the hand, I'm obviously going to lose the ace of spades, but I'm being fed a diamond into my ace queen. And so I have these 3 little diamonds, the 7, the 5, and the 3, that all need a destination. And I can throw 1 on the ace of clubs, so I just need to make sure I rough my diamonds in dummy. And luckily, because I have the king, the queen, the jack, the 10, the 9, and the 8 of spades, I don't really have to worry about West over roughing me in diamonds, and I only need to rough 2 of them. So I'm going to be able to rough them with both the 9 of spades and the 10 of spades, and then if they over rough with the ace, that doesn't matter. So I won the queen of diamonds, and I played a diamond to rough it in dummy. I roughed high, like I said, and they followed suit. So now I need to know, how do I get back to my hand? And so you can visualize that I'm safe to play a spade. Because even if I win the spade, that's perfect. I will get to go and rough a diamond with the 10 now. Or if they win the spade, the worst they can do is play 1 more spade back, and I'll still be able to rough a diamond. So I played a spade from dummy, and they popped up with the ace, and both followed. So now there's only 2 spades left. So now he played back a low club, and this is a spot where it's really easy to just fall victim to just, oh, I've got the ace in dummy, I can throw away a diamond. But it was really, really important that I did, and on this hand, it would have burned me really hard if I made this mistake. I was completely safe. I'm completely cold for the rest of the tricks in this hand. I don't need to risk this club living. I can just rough with my 8 of spades and watch. I have a complete claim. Oh, I did claim, so I can't play out the cards. But now after roughing with the 8 of spades, I can now trump a diamond with the 10 of spades, come back and take my king, queen, jack of spades, and then eventually use the ace of clubs. I don't need to use it right now. So it's really important that I recognize that I don't need to take this discard yet. I don't need to take any risk whatsoever. So this was a completely cold contract between roughing my diamonds with the 9 and 10 of spades and now roughing this trick I can claim. And it turned out, let's just take us off kibitzing mode here. It's going to flip the hands around. Kevin did in fact have 8 clubs rather. So watch what happens. So it goes diamond to the queen. I played a diamond and I roughed it with the 9 of spades. I'm just showing you again from this perspective. And now he played back he won the ace of spades. And he played back a low club, trying to be tricky. He could see all 13 clubs, right? He could see 8 of them in his hand and 5. But now, if I made the mistake of shaking a diamond here on this play, East would just rough with that 7 of spades, but it was an unnecessary risk. So you'd be amazed at how often little situations like this happen, where you have a complete claim for a contract, but you might take a statistically slightly inferior play, like throwing a diamond here. It's not likely to cost, right? It's not likely to cost at all. The only way throwing a diamond here would ever matter is if West has 8 clubs. But that's not the point. It doesn't matter. If it's once in a blue moon, it happens. When you have a complete claim, you should always take that line of play and not take any risk whatsoever. And it was fun that on this hand it really did matter. We did end up winning a slam swing. At the other table, they just didn't get that diamond lead. I can pop over there for a quick split second. Their auction was a little bit different. You can see that East, John Kraniak, decided to open 2 hearts with the 6-5 hand. He didn't have a great heart suit, but he has the distribution to back it up. He's vulnerable, but that's their style, that they're okay with opening 2 hearts with that hand. I like that bid too. I think I would open 2 hearts with that hand as well. South made a pretty conservative decision not to overcall 3 clubs. I think it's pretty. You can see that experts with opening hands, you don't just automatically overcall. When you have only a 5-card suit, overcalling at the 3 level can be a disastrous situation. You can only look at the clubs you run into on this hand, but it turns out that you wouldn't have lived in 3 clubs had you bid it. But that's the kind of danger that you have when you overcall with a 5-card suit. You also, with the South hand, you might actually miss 4 spades if you do overcall. Sometimes passing and letting partner reopen might make it easier to get to a game. Like if partner had king, queen, 5 of spades and out with short hearts, they might balance over 2 hearts. Anyway, so he decided not to overcall over 2 hearts. I went pass and went 3 clubs by Vince with the 8-card suit, and his partner Eldad overcalled 3 spades, and that made South have just an absolute monster. You know your partner is vulnerable and overcalling at the 3 level. You have 4-card support. You have controls in every suit. So he just he basically would drive to slam from there. He bid 4 clubs as a Q bid to show support for partner spades, and partner cooperated. So now he was just blasting to slam. But they didn't get a diamond lead, so it wasn't as straightforward. It looks like if you click the double dummy solver, it is possible to make it, and I think that's because West only has the 2 of spades. So in reality, North could just keep roughing diamonds in the South hand and not really run into any trouble. Yeah, so I think that's why it's possible to make this hand. Anyway, the diamond lead helped, but it's the moral of the hand is to just take your claims when you've got them, and don't expose yourself to any unnecessary risk. Thank you all for watching. If you like what you saw, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, if you're a member of WalpertBridge.com, it's free. That'll get you access to some extra free lesson content, as well as my lesson library of all the pre-recorded lessons that I've been recording throughout the pandemic. Those are available for purchase on targeted topics at WalpertBridge.com. Thanks, and speak to you soon.